Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanzo, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And now, today we're going to be talking about that damn Anthony Edwards. But before we even get into that, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're also trying to hit 200,000 subs by the end of the month. We appreciate it if you guys help us hit that goal. Let me get into this topic. Some of y'all may be shocked, like, he calling him that damn Anthony. Yes, I think it's time. I think it's time we're getting to that point where we now got to call Anthony Edwards, at least for today's show, that damn Anthony Edwards. Why am I saying this? As you guys know, yesterday, the Dallas Mavericks, led by Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, put the Minnesota Timberwolves on the brink of elimination after another impressive win against this team, and they won that game yesterday on the road. I'm at home. Both Luka and Kyrie Irving total 66 points with 33 apiece. Going into this series, Ant-Man, who seems to have the biggest mouth of any player in the playoffs, has been talking trash all throughout the playoffs. Round one, he was talking trash about KD. He was feeling himself. People were loving it. Round two, he was playing against the defending champions. We're going to be back here for game 7. All of this, all of that. Bring your ass and all of this stuff, right? People are hyping him up. Doing well. But then, prior to last night's game, he had gone, I think, 3 consecutive games where he didn't score over 20 points or was horrible in 3 consecutive games. And in the game 7, against the Denver Nuggets, where his team came up big and helped them win that game when I was reading these guys. He played defense. And then going into the next series, what does Anthony Edwards say? I got Kyrie. And we all looking at him like, bro, do you know who Kyrie Irving is? And you had Anthony Edwards fans sitting up there in the comments section, twerking it up all over the place, knocking over drinks, slapping each other with honey and all of this kind of crazy stuff because they were so hype. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, yo, you talk a lot. You talk a lot for a dude that's never won a championship. And you got dudes, you're going to be the face of the NBA, you're going to be the next Michael Jordan. I'm like, bro, don't remind me nothing of Michael Jordan. Don't remind me nothing of Kobe. He talked like he Michael Jordan, but he has nothing to really show for it. So we go into this series. Ant-Man is playing horrible in the first 2 games. Then we go into game 3. And he finally has a bounce back game. In terms of a game, although he scored 26 points and I think he shot, it took him 26 shots to get those 26 points. But he wasn't the worst player on his team. Karl Anthony Towns was the worst player on his team. And then we get to the post-game comments. And when he got to the post-game, you just wouldn't believe that Anthony Edwards, big mouth Anthony Edwards, started complaining about the fact that the Luka Doncic Dallas Mavericks had more free throws than them, implying that may have been the reason that they lost the game. So for those of you who didn't hear those comments, that's what we want to get into. But before we even get into what he said and talk about free throw numbers, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit matchup up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is quickly play what he had to say and then come back and react to it. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
And What in that box score stands out to you? See,
31 to 17. They had 31 free throws. We had 17.
So you heard what he had to say. I want to quickly read some comments from what people had to say on what he said. One person said, this is what people said on his Instagram post, and we want to put up the post for you. He said they had 31 free throws, we had 17. Ant-Man, I love you, but stop making excuses. Blame the refs. Nah, what happened to the cocky vibes? Another person, I got Kyrie. Didn't age well. Another person, love Ant, but this is lame. And that's exactly what I shared in my story. Talk too much bleep and got embarrassed. Another person, and don't do that. Not scoring for the last 3 minutes has nothing to do with the free throws. Another person said, bro got all the excuses. Another person said, Carl Anthony Curry needs to stop shooting threes, though. Another person said, Ant, you shot horribly again, 4 games in a row. And more people kept on going on and on and on and on and on. With the passing days, I'm becoming less and less of an Anthony Edwards. I like, if you're going to talk trash, you got to back it up, man. And I'm going to say what I said yesterday on the live that we did after they won the game. Anthony Edwards is in a hole, he's digging a hole for himself that he put himself in. And he's trying to climb out of it. You see, what happens when you talk a lot of trash, and the people that do this, you have to back it up. And what ends up happening is once we see that you're not backing it up, and once you realize you can't back it up, it builds more pressure on you. And with every shot, there's more pressure. With every missed layup, with every missed free throw, there's more pressure, and the pressure mounts. Because now you're trying to live up to the promises that you made that you can't seem to do. And that's where Anthony Edwards finds himself in right now. Let's, first of all, kill this all Michael Jordan talk. There ain't nothing around me, nothing like Michael Jordan. You don't remind me nothing of Kobe. Let's just throw that in the garbage right now. Secondly, Anthony Edwards said, I got Kyrie. Kyrie Irving has been busting his ass these playoffs. Busting his ass. Luka Doncic has owned them. If we're looking at the best players in this series, out of the 3 best players, he's the 3rd. Kyrie's been better. Luka's been better. But he talks like as if he's the best player on the court. But he's not. And let's get to his comments about the free throws, which I thought was so lame and embarrassing. This dude went up there and said, they had more free throws than us. I want to go back to Game 7 against the Denver Nuggets. In Game 7, the Minnesota Timberwolves attempted 30 free throws. 30. And they made 26 of them. Do you know how many free throws the Denver Nuggets attempted in that game? 16. 16 free throws. Why weren't you talking about free throws then? Why didn't you talk about free throws after Game 1? Why didn't you talk about free throws after Game 2? Why are you talking about free throws now? Because you're bringing up free throws like they had a competitive advantage against you, but there you had more free throws than the champs, and you won. And you was talking about bring your ass. I got Kyrie. So help me explain it. When the Wolves had the advantage, I didn't hear nothing about free throws. But now all of a sudden, when you're losing and you're not living up to all of that big talk, now all of a sudden you want to talk about free throws. Bro, that is lame and is weak. It is lame. I think the first mistake Anthony Edwards made was opening his big mouth. He talks too much. And we all hate people like this in society. What has Anthony Edwards done to warrant him talking this much? At all. At all. And there are people like this. There are people in this, they ain't got a damn thing in their pocket. They got a little bit of change. And now they want to talk big. Now they want to talk like they the biggest boys on the block. Oh, we got all this money and blah, 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 blah. You guys got a few dollars. All of a sudden, they're ready to talk this big talk. Oh, they had a great year or great 2 years. Now they want to act like they Warren Buffett. It's like, humble yourself. Humble yourself. You got people in the media talking about he was tired. What? 22 years old, now we making an excuse. Anthony Edwards' biggest problem is he talks too much. He has a big mouth and he's not backing it up. Because had Anthony Edwards not talked as much as he did, We'll just say he's playing bad. That's it. That's it. And you're allowed to play bad. I think this is only the second time he's been in the playoffs. So you're allowed to go through the growing pains. But all of this yapping and chirping, you got to kill that. Because if you're going to do all that talking, stand on it. Don't be up, oh, no, man, the free throw. Like, yo, that's so lame to me. I'm getting tired of Anthony Edwards already. He talk way too much. Like, you talk a lot. You dude be talking like as if he got 3 finals MVPs and his trophy bin at his house. Like, yo, it's enough. Like, you talk a lot. Like, bro, you talk way too much. Like, yap. Nothing to show for it. The last 3 games before he's been horrible. But yapping. Oh, my Lord. That's my thoughts. Whoever feel a type of way can feel a type of way. I'm not feeling all of this yapping and talking. Like, if you're going to talk that much trash, you got to back it up. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.